The power of solitude. How being alone can change your life forever. Imagine for a moment that you're in a quiet room, completely alone. No distractions, no demands, no voices pulling you in 100 directions. Just you, your thoughts, and the stillness around you. How does that make you feel? Uncomfortable? At peace? If you've never truly experienced solitude, you may not realize just how powerful it can be. But here's the twist. Solitude isn't about loneliness. It's about freedom, clarity, and strength. By the end of this video, you'll understand why some of the greatest minds in history sought solitude, how it can unlock your true potential, and how you can embrace it without feeling isolated. Stick around because this could be the breakthrough you've been searching for. Let's start with a fundamental truth. Most of us are afraid of being alone. In a world that constantly bombards us with noise, expectations, and social pressure, being alone can feel unnatural. From an early age, society conditions us to equate being alone with failure or rejection. You're expected to be surrounded by friends, family, or colleagues at all times. If you're not, something must be wrong with you, right? Wrong. That mindset is one of the biggest lies we've been taught. The power of solitude begins with shifting this perception. Solitude is not about isolation. It's not about retreating from the world out of fear or resentment. Instead, it's about creating intentional space for yourself to reflect, to grow, and to connect with your true essence. It's about recharging your energy and rediscovering who you are when all external influences are stripped away. Think about this. How often do you sit alone with your thoughts without reaching for your phone, turning on the TV, or finding some other distraction? For many of us, the answer is rarely, if ever. But in those moments of pure solitude, magic happens. You start to hear your inner voice. You begin to uncover dreams and desires that have been buried under the noise of daily life. This is the first gift of solitude: clarity. When you embrace solitude, you gain a deeper understanding of yourself. You start to ask important questions. What truly makes you happy? What do you value most in life? What's holding you back? These questions can be uncomfortable, but they are essential for growth. Without solitude, it's easy to get swept up in the current of other people's expectations and forget what you really want. Solitude gives you the space to listen to yourself and align with your true purpose. Many of the world's greatest thinkers, artists, and leaders understood this. Albert Einstein once said, "I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity." Buddha sought enlightenment in solitude. Henry David Thoreau retreated to the woods of Walden Pond to find simplicity and clarity. These individuals recognized that solitude is not a weakness, but a strength. It's a tool for creativity, problem-solving, and self-discovery. The second gift of solitude is resilience. In solitude, you learn to rely on yourself. You discover that you are enough, just as you are. You don't need constant validation from others to feel worthy. This realization is incredibly empowering. When you stop seeking approval from the outside world, you free yourself from its control. You become more confident, more self-assured, and more capable of handling life's challenges. But what about the fear of loneliness? Isn't solitude just a fancy word for being alone and miserable? This is a common misconception. Loneliness is a feeling of disconnection. It's what happens when you crave social interaction but don't have it. Solitude, on the other hand, is a choice. It's about embracing aloneness with a sense of peace and purpose. When you choose solitude, you're not running away from people, you're running toward yourself. Let's talk about the practical benefits of solitude. First, it boosts your creativity. Studies have shown that people produce their best ideas when they're alone. This is because solitude allows your brain to wander, to make connections, and to explore new possibilities without interruption. Think about the last time you had a great idea. Chances are, it didn't happen in the middle of a crowded room. It happened when you were alone, perhaps while taking a walk, showering, or lying in bed. Second, solitude improves your decision-making. When you're constantly surrounded by opinions and advice, it can be hard to hear your own voice. Solitude gives you the clarity and confidence to make decisions that are true to yourself. You're less likely to be swayed by external pressure and more likely to follow your intuition. Third, solitude reduces stress. In our fast-paced world, we're always on the go, always connected, always on. This constant stimulation takes a toll on our mental health. Solitude is like hitting the reset button. It calms your mind, lowers your stress levels, and allows your body to recover. Even just a few minutes of solitude each day can make a big difference. Now, you might be wondering how to incorporate solitude into your life, especially if you have a busy schedule or a family to care for. The good news is, you don't need to spend hours meditating in the woods to experience the benefits of solitude. Start small. Carve out 10 to 15 minutes a day to be alone. This could be in the morning before everyone else wakes up, during a walk in the park, or in the evening as you wind down for bed. The key is to be intentional. Turn off your phone, step away from distractions, and focus on simply being present with yourself. Another powerful practice is journaling. Writing down your thoughts, feelings, and ideas is a form of solitude that helps you process your emotions and gain insight into your inner world. It's like having a conversation with yourself. Over time, you'll start to notice patterns and discover new perspectives. Meditation is another excellent way to embrace solitude. Even if you've never meditated before, you can start with just a few minutes of deep breathing and mindfulness. The goal isn't to empty your mind, but to observe your thoughts without judgment. This practice helps you connect with your inner self and cultivate a sense of inner peace. As you spend more time in solitude, you'll notice changes in your relationships as well. When you're comfortable being alone, you're less likely to cling to unhealthy relationships out of fear or dependency. You'll begin to value quality over quantity, seeking connections that uplift and inspire you rather than drain your energy. Paradoxically, solitude can make you a better partner, friend, and family member because it allows you to show up as your best, most authentic self. Of course, like anything, solitude requires balance. Too much solitude can lead to isolation and a lack of social connection, which are essential for our well-being. The key is to find a rhythm that works for you, alternating between periods of solitude and meaningful social interaction. Think of it like recharging a battery. Solitude fills you up so that you can give your best to the world. By now, you might be feeling inspired to embrace solitude. But there's still one important question to address. What do you do when solitude feels uncomfortable? It's natural to feel restless or uneasy when you first start spending time alone. After all, you're confronting yourself without any distractions. But remember, growth comes from discomfort. Lean into those feelings instead of avoiding them. Get curious. What are they trying to tell you? Over time, you'll find that the discomfort fades, replaced by a deep sense of peace and fulfillment. Embracing solitude also provides a powerful opportunity to reconnect with nature. Stepping outside and immersing yourself in the natural world can deepen the effects of solitude. Listen to the sound of the wind rustling through the trees, watch the clouds drift by, or feel the earth beneath your feet. Nature has a unique way of grounding us and reminding us of the beauty and simplicity of life. This connection amplifies the benefits of solitude and fosters a profound sense of gratitude and wonder. Another key aspect of solitude is learning to set boundaries. In today's hyper-connected world, people often expect immediate responses and constant availability. By setting clear boundaries, you protect your alone time and teach others to respect it. Communicate your needs honestly, and remember that prioritizing your well-being is not selfish. it's essential. It's important to remember that the process of setting boundaries might not always be easy. You may face resistance from others who are accustomed to having constant access to you. Stay firm, but kind in your communication. And remember that those who truly care about you will respect your needs. Over time, this practice will not only strengthen your relationship with yourself, but also improve the quality of your interactions with others. Solitude can also be an opportunity for self-discovery. As you peel back the layers of external expectations, you may uncover passions, talents, or interests that you've long ignored. Use this time to experiment with new hobbies, delve into books that spark curiosity, or engage in creative pursuits like painting, writing, or music. These activities can bring a sense of joy and fulfillment that deepens your connection with your inner self. Finally, solitude teaches us the value of patience. In a world that thrives on instant gratification, solitude reminds us that not everything needs to happen immediately. It's okay to sit with your thoughts, to let ideas simmer, and to allow growth to unfold naturally. This patience, cultivated in moments of solitude, can be a powerful ally in every aspect of life, from achieving goals to nurturing relationships. The journey to embracing solitude is deeply personal. It's not about reaching a destination, but about enjoying the process of discovering who you are when the world falls silent. Remember that solitude is not about shutting others out, it's about letting yourself in. By finding strength in being alone, you unlock a resilience and clarity that allows you to show up more fully in every area of your life. So, take that first step. Allow yourself the gift of solitude. In the quiet, you'll find not only yourself, but also the boundless potential that resides within you. Embrace it, cherish it, and watch how it transforms your life in ways you never thought possible.